The 2023 NFL wildcard playoffs. We begin to the AFC. Browns and Texans begin the docket with C.J. Stroud in his first year in the NFL, taking on the superhero of the Browns and Joe Flacco. After Stroud finds Mechie, this is Pierre Strong out of the backfield for the game-tying touchdown. It looked like we'd go into the half locked up at 10, but Stroud goes deep to Mechie again, who makes the catch and scores on a 59-yard touchdown. An incredible play to give Houston the lead. Into the second half now, Joe Flacco, who's usually well protected of the year, sacked again by Sanders. And then Stroud goes deep to the rookie again. Former second-round pick out of Alabama. He had more yards in this game today than he had the entire regular season of 158. After a couple third down stops and a fourth down denial from the defense, Cleveland is shut out in the second half and is stunned on the road. 27-10 Texans. C.J. Stroud shines in his first ever playoff game. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the 7-2 matchup out of the AFC wild card, and it started just as you'd expect. Allen with a deep touchdown to Khalil Shakur, and then tight end Dawson Knox is in for his second touchdown in as many weeks. But the Steelers get back in the game courtesy of Calvin Austin. A massive return to spark the Steelers, and then Rudolph finds his man Miles Boykin for the touchdown. We're at a field goal game at the half. Buffalo would respond to the third quarter, however, led by the defense. Up 20-14 here in the second half. Rudolph is drilled, loses a fumble, and the Bills would respond a few plays later with Latavius Murray's goal line score. The Bills outgained the Steelers on the ground 108-18 and win the game by 18. Big day from the Bills' Khalil Shakur. Game of the week from Arrowhead, the slumping Chiefs against Miami. Plenty of fireworks in this football game today between Tua and Mahomes, who would combine for 699 yards and 7 touchdowns. Those were the first two. Tyreek killed the goal line to give Miami the lead. Dolphins add to it with a big catch and run from Robbie Chosen, formerly known as Robbie Anderson. 24-13 into the third quarter. Richie James from 73. The ensuing kickoff good for the Dolphins. Braxton Berrios goes all the way for a Miami touchdown. 10-point ball game. Tua towards the end zone. Devin Bush with the interception. We would hear of his name later in the ball game. Big pick, which leads to a Mahomes touchdown here. Not to Kelsey. That's Noah Gray in the end zone for Kansas City. Back and forth we go with the temperature below freezing, but it certainly didn't slow down these offenses today. Tua denied with a little over 4 minutes to go. That gave Mahomes a chance, and the theme of the day is that the quarterbacks would deliver. Just an incredible drive from Kansas City. That's James once, and then James again to give Kansas City the late 35-31 lead. A chance for Tua to be the hero and save what has been a disappointing end of the regular season, and he was clutch on this drive. After the third down conversion, Tua was even better on this fourth down throw, but time is running out. In fact, we're out of time. Final play of the game, and it's incomplete, but a flag is down, and the penalty is against the defense. Devin Bush, who had the interception earlier in the game, commits a brutal pass interference from the 1-yard line. This is it, and Tua's intercepted by Mike Edwards. That was close for the Chiefs to squander one at home. The Chiefs are moving on, and Mike McDaniel is frustrated, certainly, with the way his offense faltered at the very end. 35-31, the Kansas City offense comes alive against Miami. NFC wildcard, you see in the middle, Seahawks and Cowboys. I simulated every game, making the right team win all of them in the regular season. Madden thinks Seattle should be the 7th seed, not Green Bay. But we're going Packers and Cowboys to begin the NFC wildcard simulation. In the second quarter, C.D. Lamb, who had a brilliant regular season, reels in the touchdown there for Dallas. The Cowboys led wire to wire in the game, but Green Bay made things interesting late. with this Jordan Love touchdown, but it was too little too late as the Cowboys convert the game-clinching 3rd and 7 with this deep pass to CeeDee Lamb, who was outstanding in the game. The Cowboys are moving on to the divisional round. 27-24 is your final. The script writers were on their A game for this wild card matchup. Jared Goff in Detroit, Matthew Stafford in LA. Wild card round, it's a good one. It begins with this Matthew Stafford touchdown, 28 yards to Bryson Hopkins. The Lions would show some fight later in the half after the Kyren Williams score, with one themselves on a long drive capped by David Montgomery. But this really was all LA in the second half. Ethan Carter at the goal line for the Rams, and with the Lions down 24-7, of course they're going to go for it on 4th and long, and that pass is incomplete. Goff and the Lions 1 of 9 on 3rd downs, 0 of 2 on 4th downs, and held to just 159 yards of offense. Disappointing outing for Detroit, and the Rams are moving on to the divisional round. The final wild card game of the 2023 playoffs, Baker and the Bucs against Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, hurt with injury over the final 2 games, both losses for the Eagles, comes out in the postseason. A strong first half, it's 13-0 Philadelphia. Mayfield with a brutal interception here to Bradley Roby in the middle of the 3rd quarter, and the Eagles would convert less than 3 minutes later. This is Hurts to Grant Calcaterra, the second-year man from SMU. His first career touchdown is in the postseason. Then in the 4th quarter, after another turnover, it's a touchdown from Calcaterra, and the Eagles rout the Bucs 28-7 and are moving on to the divisional round. Philadelphia will play their division rival, the Dallas Cowboys, next round of the postseason. Here's the complete playoff picture after all wild card games are complete. Baltimore against Houston, Buffalo and Kansas City, and San Francisco takes on the Rams in the divisional round. Here's a look at the schedule again. Divisional round coming up next. We have the full game of the Lions and Rams 2. This is Charger Dude 95 for the NFL playoffs. We'll see you next week.